Robert De Niro, the 80-year-old actor, he's 80, Biden's 82. He just set the stakes of the election and really, I think, defined Trump masterfully on Bill Maher on Friday. As you know, he has been going on a tear the past few months, doing everything he can within his own power to make sure that Trump is not elected. Now, you might not know this, but Robert De Niro went as far as to say that he would like to punch Trump.
He's a punk. He's a dog. He's a pig. He's a con, a bull artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so. What I care about is the direction of this country. And what I'm very, very worried about is that it might go in the wrong direction with someone like Donald Trump. If you care about your future, vote for it.
Whew. That's awesome. I mean, I don't advocate violence, but I advocate that level of emotion and intensity because I feel exactly that same way. I'm sure you do too. Robert De Niro is just saying what we all feel. Don't want to physically hurt him, but I would like to hurt him at the ballot box. He went absolutely hard on Trump outside of his criminal trial. You might remember that in May. Let's watch a bit of that.
We New Yorkers used to tolerate him when he was just another grubby real estate hustler masquerading as a big shot. A two-bit playboy lying his way into the tabloids, pretending to be a spokesperson for himself.
That's a really good point. There's been so many crazy things Trump has done that each one loses its importance because it's almost like it's like the rules of commodities. Like there are so many bad Trump moments that each one is less important. Kind of like how there's diamonds cost more because there just aren't that many diamonds produced in the world. Well, there's tons of Donald Trump scandals, and the John Barron one is a very interesting one. That's the one that Robert De Niro was just referencing. In fact, it has its own Wikipedia page. Look at this. Pseudonyms used by Donald Trump. Donald Trump, an American businessman, politician, and former president of the United States, has used several pseudonyms, including John Barron, John Miller, and David Dennison. So he would use these fake names so that he could talk about himself in the press as someone else in a good way.
We have them all over the city. People who do crazy things in the street, we tolerate it. It's part of the city. It's part of the culture. But not a person like Trump who will eventually run the country.
Sorry, real fast. This guy is like the January 6th cop. You can't really see him, but he is really attractive.
And empty promises. He got the most religious evangelicals to applaud a sinner who bragged about sexual assault. And who, just a couple of blocks from here, a jury found him liable for sexual abuse.
What I loved about this was that was set up by the Biden campaign. And so the Biden campaign got smart and they said, we have to make sure that we are in the news cycle. If the news is there, we got to get ourselves to the news. So they infused themselves into the circus, and I think to great success. He was also on The View.
Well, I think I don't understand why people are not taking him seriously, because you read about it historically in other countries that they didn't take the people seriously. I think Hitler, Mussolini, they're fools and clowns. Well, there will be, and I hear it. There's some people. I mean, who does not think that this guy is going to do exactly what he says he's going to do?
Right.
He's done it already.
Right.
And then what? We're going to sit around and say, what? We told you so? Or whoever, I told you so? It's going to happen. If he gets elected, it's going to change this country for everybody. And they might think that it's going to make their life better. Or they just want to, excuse my French, they just want to with the rest of the country. Literally.
So he said F with the rest of the country. But this is a really great point he's making, and that's that authoritarianism is good for almost no one. And Authoritarians thrive on power. And so the only ones who can be in power are the ones who the authoritarian who's in power allows. So if you're a business leader, if you're a politician, if you're anyone who wants to succeed in America, then you succeed only at the whim of Trump. Authoritarianism is bad for the country, and it's also bad for business. And I don't think that's been fully explored. So I'm glad De Niro said that as well. So let's get over to this Bill Maher clip that is just amazing. The caption here is Robert De Niro gets it. And I think you will agree after watching this. Let's watch it.
The guy is a total monster. And anybody, I don't understand it. I guess they get behind that kind of logic. They want to with people, screw them, because they're unhappy about something. He's such a mean, nasty, hateful person. I never play him as an actor because I can't see any good in him. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing redeemable in him. And we have to, and whoever the people are who want to vote for him, and they look like intelligent people around there, for some reason, it can't be. It cannot be. If he wins the election, you won't be on the show anymore. He'll come looking for me. There'll be things that happen that none of us can imagine. That's what happens in that kind of a dictatorship, which is what he says. Let's believe him. Take him at his word.
I did from the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, I said from the very beginning, this guy is never going to concede power, and he still hasn't.
No.
He still hasn't. He just admitted he lost the last election, and he advertises that he will go on. He says he's been cheated out of one term, so maybe we should get rid of a president only gets 2 terms thing. So
he's a sociopathic, psychopathic, malignant narcissist.
Yeah, scary times. What Bill Maher said is so right. He has said that because he won his second term, which we all know he lost, he should be given a 3rd term if he wins this next one. So this is a man who does not align himself to the Constitution. This is a man who does not align himself with democracy. This is a man that has no business being anywhere near power. I'm glad Robert De Niro is out there fighting the good fight. But we need to make sure that we are all as loud as possible. And by the way, if you're with Robert De Niro and you're with Occupy Democrats, give us a round of applause in the comments. Let's give Robert De Niro a thumbs up. Subscribe to the Occupy Democrats channel if you want more content like this. And also subscribe to my channel, which is linked below if you want more of me. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.